Hey y'all, Natalie here today for a cherry on top, and today I'm going to be using the new Simple Stories Going Places collection. And I'm wearing here in my 6x8 travel album. We went to Charleston, South Carolina last summer, and that is what this album is about. So I'm just going through all the papers here and showing you the cute designs. It's travel themed. So it does have some pages that focuses on beach, desert, mountains, all at the same time. Lots of airplanes, lots of just travel themed stuff, luggage tags. So I have two 6x8 pocket pages and also a 4x6 in between the two that I'm working on. So I like those houses for that square piece. And then I have 5 empty small squares, 2x2 squares. So I'm going to cut down some of this paper. Honestly, I don't really like cutting apart all of these and have them kind of loosey-goosey with all of this collection. So I will cut one strip off and then I start just like cutting in there. So in one of the pictures, my son has picked up a flower and he's smelling the flower. So I want that flower. And then I also picked up one about a ride because he's riding on my husband's shoulders. The little houses I thought were reminiscent of walking around downtown Charleston. There's all these cute little houses, so I like to use that. And then there's a picture of me and my son taking a selfie in a mirror on a rooftop. So we are going to use that camera for that pocket as well. So now I'm just like, I like to give a nice white border to all my photos. And when I print them out, sometimes the white border isn't even around all the sides, or sometimes I need to add additional white around it because they will move around in the pockets and I don't really like that. So now what am I doing here? Oh, I'm picking a sticker to go on that photo because there was just like some empty space. And there's that. So that's a little boring. So I'm going to grab my pen and just do a couple doodle lines around the edges. And I like how that looks. And that pen also is from Villa Beautiful. And it's the best pen I've ever owned in my life. Got that at the Chicago Planner Conference. So just FYI. And there it is. I stuck that doodle page in, I stuck the ride page, and now I stuck in that square, which is, I guess, a 4x4, and it was wiggly. So I'm going to back it with this floral paper. So I'll have kind of like a floral theme going throughout the double page spread. Yeah. And so these, I don't like pocket pages that open on the side. My favorite open at the top. Because like that, for example, I like them tight because otherwise they will slide out when you are flipping pages looking at it. So that's another reason that I like the top, because they're less likely to fall out. But anyway, that's what I got here. So I backed our photo with white and it's kind of off center. And so I'm going to stick a sticker up there and it says Going Places, because we were going places. We were just walking around the city that day. We were going to eat. We were waiting on our haunted horse-drawn carriage tour. So all good stuff. It was really hot that day, but it was fun. So now I'm going to move over to the other side, and this has 2x2s in the middle, and then honestly I'm not sure what size those are at the top. Maybe 3x3s. I guess that's it. I guess that's the right size. 3x3 or 3.5. I'm not sure. Sorry. Anyway, I'm trimming out all my photos so that they can be properly backed on white. I'm going to cut a little bit down from this flower as well because I do want some white border showing around it. And the pictures I have printed in the bigger squares are 2x3. So now I'm going to do some stamping. I have this one stamp I use all the time. It says this is delicious, and I like to document my food. So I had that here, some crab legs. So I just inked that up with my Tim Holtz stamping platform and stamped it twice. With those inks, with the Distress Oxide inks, I make sure not to press too hard, especially the fine details in the stamp can get lost if it's too juicy. So I do not like that yellow side of the paper, so I'm going to use the stripe side to back some of my photos, and that's a pretty bold stripe. And so what I'm going to do is get 2 squares of that, and I'm going to put it on opposite ends of that page there. So I'm going to use that one to back the photo of me in my fruity beverage. At lunch we ate at the Charleston Crab House, and it was delicious. And there we have it. There's a little sticker. I'm going to add a heart at the top, and then I do it off camera, but I just throw in a couple staples from my tiny attacher just for a little texture and dimension. So everything's not just simple little flat stickers on there. Sorry again with the pocket size. When I'm doing all different pages where I don't work with the same size all the time, I kind of like have to work with getting acclimated to what sizes all the pages need to be cut. So now I'm doing the opposite end of the page at the bottom. I'm going to put that other picture of my son on the same stripe paper. So I just made sure that the stripes were going in the same direction, but I kind of did the same thing. I put it on the opposite side. I did a little strip of words, and so I think that'll complement well. So that was one of the 12 by 12 papers. I liked the small background images, so I chose that to be another square for the food picture. And so I'm just cutting that down and backing it white. I'm sorry, a bird just tried to fly in my window. That was terrifying. I'm scared of birds. Oh man, sorry about that. So there we have that. Food photo is going to go in the top pocket, and then underneath it is where I stuck the floral backed "This is Delicious" stamp. And now I have another stamp. These are from Everyday Explorer Company, which I picked these up at CPC as well, and I was super excited. I have looked at her stamps wanting them for forever, and I've never ordered them, and so I got to get them from her in person, which was awesome. So I'm going to turn that into a journaling box. And I'm going to mimic the doodles that I did on the opposite side of the page to kind of bring the two pages together. So now I'm working on the 4x6 that I stuck in between the two pictures. And so for that photo of my husband and I in front of all the greenery, I love these palm frond stamps. I use them all the time. So I decided to make my own little background for that photo. So I chose two Distress Oxide colors, and then I'm using the light one first. So I'm just kind of stamping, turning my stamp in all different directions so it'll be wild, look kind of organic. And I'm using the one frond and then the Monstera leaf, I think that's how you say it, as well. And then I'm going to do the same with the green, and then the green can overlap the pink, and it looks really cool. I really enjoy this. I've done this stamping technique before. And so the thing about this too is it's a good way to practice using your stamps, especially if you're not comfortable stamping, because it's just a piece of white cardstock, and if it doesn't work out, you can toss it. But I love how this turned out. Super excited about it, and I feel like it complements the colors in the Simple Stories collection. But I got to use some of my stamps. So I want the background to shine. So what I'm going to do here is just adhere my photo and then do a simple little sticker at the bottom with one word. I don't want to cover up the background. So that's it. That's all it took to make this little page. Yeah, and there was nothing special that I needed to journal about it too. That's one thing I like too about vacation albums is not every single picture has a story. They all tell the story of the trip that we took. And so I did do some journaling about what the pictures were, but it only took one block of journaling for all of these photos. And so now I'm working on the other side, and I cut down just a pattern paper, and I'm going to do the same technique. I'm just going to stick down this one photo and put like a little sticker at the bottom, and done. I chose a white background paper for that to complement the white, because I didn't have enough white on the other two pages, so I like the way that looks. So here are some close-up photos. Pop over to the links down below in the Cherry on Top gallery. I'll also have these posted. And thanks for watching, y'all. Give me a like and a subscribe. Thanks. Bye.